Alright, we have a little project today. The house that we're in right now has what I believe to be a lime mortar and brick foundation. I've been doing some research on the lime mortar because it needs a little tuck point work done here in the house, and haven't really found a good video outlining the information for lime mortar, so I thought I'd just whip one up for you guys. Start out with reasons I think this house has lime mortar is it was built around 1910, and everything that I've read up on says that lime mortar was used up until about the 40s. Around World War II time they switched over to Portland cement based mortar. Also, when I go to chip the mortar a little bit, it's quite soft, which indicates that it's got a lime mortar. Portland cement mortar is quite hard. So I've done some research on the methods of making lime mortar, and basically the quick version is you start out with quicklime, which is a limestone that's been heated in a kiln to remove impurities. That makes quicklime. Then from that quicklime you create a lime putty. They take quicklime and water and mix it together, and that gives you a chemical reaction. It generates a lot of heat. Then that slacks. After the slacking is done, you mix it up in a cream cheese consistency putty. Place it in a bucket or another container with water over the top of it, and you just let it sit like that until you need it. As it ages, the more it ages, the better quality that putty is. And then they would take that putty, mix it with sand, and you would end up with mortar. You can also make mortar without the putty step if you just mix sand, and you'd take your sand and make a pile on the ground. You would make a depression in the center of it, add your quicklime, add your water, cover it with the sand while it had its chemical reaction, then just blend all that together, and that would create a mortar product. In my instance, I don't know where I can find quicklime here locally. My local building supply store has hydrated lime. This is a bagged product, a dry mix product that you can buy in the masonry department. Basically, hydrated lime, probably a better name for hydrated lime would be partially hydrated lime. But you might ask yourself, how do you hydrate lime and get a dry product? Well, basically they take the quicklime and they add just enough water for an abbreviated chemical reaction. As that chemical reaction happens, heat's generated, that dries the product out, and then it's ground up into a dust material, and that's hydrated lime. So what I'm going to do is take that hydrated lime, mix it with water, and blend it into a lime putty. Then I'll let that sit for a day or two until it warms up a little bit, and then we will mix it with sand and have lime mortar. One other thing you might see mentioned if you're looking for information on lime products on the internet, you'll see a lot of mention of hydraulic lime. I was kind of confused about that as I got started looking around, because hydraulic lime and hydrated lime sound very similar. Basically the difference is a hydraulic lime, there's naturally hydraulic lime, and then there's additions you can put in pure lime for you'll gain some of the benefits of a hydraulic lime. The natural 100% pure lime is what is called non-hydraulic lime. And then if you have lime that has other trace minerals in it, like clay or something of that nature, that's how they get hydraulic lime. Hydraulic lime sets up harder and sometimes faster than non-hydraulic lime. And it also, the reason it's called hydraulic lime, it will set up underwater. So if you're using your lime mortar on an area that might get wet, like an outside area, you may want a hydraulic lime. Otherwise, non-hydraulic is softer, it moves easier with the building. One of the things that you really want to make sure is that your mortar that you're using is softer than whatever material, what's called a masonry unit, whether it be a brick or a block or natural stone. But you always want your mortar to be softer than that masonry unit, because you want the mortar to wear out and it can be replaced. It's a sacrificial product, where the stone or the brick or whatever masonry unit you're using, you don't want that to crack or flake off or anything of that nature. So that's about all the information I've got for this video. Keep your eye out. We'll have a second video showing the making of the lime putty, and then I'll probably do one showing the actual tuck point work and mixing up that mortar. Enjoy!